What's going on with you, bro? Looking for you to back up. That's what I'm looking for. What the f is up with this kid? He's unpredictable in this moment. He's in the right spot. He needs to be an award. 10 out of 10. Let's show it. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm laughing. What is going on, gang? It is your boy Taco. We are back with more Adolescence episode 3. First and foremost, shout out to my patrons. I appreciate and love each and every one of y'all. Thank you for supporting. Special shout outs to Melissa for recommending this series, and it has been amazing, like you said it would be. Big shout out to you, Melissa. YouTube gang, what's up with y'all? I hope you're all well. Thank you for supporting the videos so much. Whenever they came out, I've appreciated reading all the comments and all y'all's the discussions that y'all have brought up as well too. Over on Patreon, there's been a lot of great talking points people have brought up, even within the differences of ways that characters are being treated and things like that. It was really eye-opening. Speaking of eye-opening, just the school setting and how schools are ran now, with social media being at the forefront and TikTok and making videos, and the way you can talk a little bit about it, how the in episode 2, like the way they have to deal with the pressures of everything around them feels like what we dealt with, but it's accelerated when you have that punch of social media and how quick information can just get out of control. And depending on who's giving it to you, it can build you up or it can damage you depending on who's giving that information. And because these are all young, susceptible minds that are being molded and formed at the time, so it was shocking for me, and it was really saddening and like concerning, like how many people told me like, yeah, like this is the experience now, like this is what we're seeing in the schools and stuff like that. That being said, I cannot tell you how excited I am to get into episode 3. I'm just gonna run some checks really quick and then we'll get right into this episode. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for clicking on the video. Shout outs to y'all. If you would like to watch any other shows that are on my channel, we're watching Ted Lasso, The Good Place, True Detective season 1 is on Patreon right now. That is coming to YouTube as well soon. Fallout, I have Hannibal's seasons 2 and 3, season 2 being a Patreon exclusive. We are getting back into movies. Good Will Hunting have just came out or on the channel right now. Shawshank Redemption, Godfather 2, and Schindler's List are all things that are coming up very, very soon. So if you're new here, stick around if you like the stuff that you're seeing, because we're going to start pushing a lot of great content for you guys. Let's get into it now that I've done my shameless plug, right? Quick disclaimer about Adolescence and my journey with it so far. I feel like I need to put this in a YouTube video because I keep seeing a couple people comment on it, and I just want to walk y'all through myself. So one, a lot of people are asking, why are you so concerned about Tommy? What is it about Tommy? So what it is for me at the time, watching these as my first reaction, first time I seen it with Tommy, is one, my eyes are poor as shit. I have my screen adjusted to not be so bright. It makes a lot of things darker than they should be just to protect my eyes. I had to stop making reactions. I had to stop using my phone. I had to stop driving. I had to stop doing a lot of things for about 11 months. So sometimes on screen, there's things that I can't even see. If you're one of my patrons, you know I have to go in and change my settings even sometimes when I'm watching, just if we're in a darker place, so I can adjust and see what's going on. With that being said, the tape that they show us at the end of episode 1, where Jamie assaults the girl and it looks like he's stabbing her. I only know it looks like he's stabbing her because somebody on Patreon told me like they were confused too, because they also suffer from eye issues, so they had to ask their spouse. To me, it looked like he just pushed her and was punching her. So that's one. So for me, it's still, in the time watching that, it's still not confirmed that he's the girl. It looks like he may have assaulted her, but I can't technically tell if he's actually the girl. 2, when we start off episode 2, right? And we have Tommy and Ryan talking. The way Tommy's portrayal is, with the information going, if I don't know who killed the girl, because I can't see, it looks like Tommy looks really suspicious. He's like, yeah, like he don't want to talk about nothing. So in my mind, yeah, I want to talk to Tommy. And then the last tidbit is my episode 3 reaction, which is the one y'all are gonna watch right now. Whenever Jamie has this section where he almost openly admits to what he did, right? I'm listening to the psychologist and him level up, or not one up each other, but keep shouting at each other. I was almost listening more to her lines than what he specifically said in that moment. I'm going back and watching these with my girlfriend, but I'm not watching these
10 and 20 times. I'm not watching anybody else's reactions. I'm not watching any breakdown videos. These are just my true thoughts as they come. I'm not in the comment sections of other people's comment sections, reading, getting other people's thoughts and processing it, and then adding my own thoughts to it and twisting it, or none of like that. And most reactors are not. What you're getting is their authentic takes, and we are susceptible to missing information, just missing it, or some people have different issues or handicaps that don't allow them to see everything that you may have seen. All right. So until I had people basically spell it out that no, he did kill the girl, which I haven't watched episode 4 yet, which feels like a spoiler to me, but I guess the marketing of the show, people were talking about in the trailer, it almost seems like it confirms that as well too, right? It confirms that he had killed the girl. So for a lot of people, before they even watch it, it isn't a who done it. It's a why did he do it? For us who may not be catching some of those things for whatever reasons people aren't catching it, there are elements of it that can still play into did he do this? And you also have him denying. As a mental health expert, if I had catch those lines, it would have been great to dive into why he's still unable to admit to himself to what he had done. But in the moment of watching these videos and stuff like that, you miss some things or you don't catch some things. So I missed that. So going into this reaction, I'm saying this so I don't have to see all the comments only. That's another thing. Y'all will see a comment of somebody saying something and still write the same comment 10 times. So going into this episode, I'm telling y'all that now so that we can talk about the other aspects of the episode and the other things that I did break down into it. I would love the conversation to be around those things. And like I said, I wish I had have caught those things so that I could have had in the reaction me discussing why he needs to be in denial, why he feels like he can't come out and say these things about that and stuff like that. You know, but it didn't happen. Maybe at the beginning of episode 4, I'll cover it. This is just the intro, so I don't want it to take too long. But I hope all y'all are doing well. Sorry for the length of this video disclaimer. I guess that's what this will be. But I appreciate all y'all. Shout out to my patrons, because they're the best, man. Like, I don't ever have to, with my patrons, it's such a blessing. Y'all are such a blessing. YouTube gang, hey. So not all the YouTube gang, but some of y'all are just like, dude. So that'll be it. I'll see y'all at the beginning of episode 4. Maybe I'll open it up with discussing some of that, and then that'll be it. Let's get on this ride. I didn't even get to talk about how the way it was shot. There he is. All right, so now we're back with Jamie, and we're gonna be discussing the did they say her name? I feel like it's Katie. 7 months. Wow. Okay, so everything with Ryan and Tommy is probably well been processed. Immediately the tone is set. I've told y'all a few times, my girlfriend's from Japan. She's half Japanese and Filipino, so we've been watching the show with Tagalog subtitles. Sorry. We just finished watching episode 2. There we go, we're back.
Yeah, he's been pretty quiet. You know if that's relevant. What I think and observe is relevant to what you assess.
So he's still either locked up or in some type of...
Yeah, it's just bruising and scratching.
I read the report.
Both blame the other?
No, I know, I read the report. It's important I don't know anything about what the other psychologist says, does, or thinks.
Okay. So she's a psychologist, so she needs to get straight information from
It's
them.
about making the...
Right.
Good, she wants to have her own interpretation of what's going on with Jamie. I like that. What's going on with you, bruh? Are you in creep mode, bruh? Or are you just doing your job? Because if you're just doing your job, just stand on the wall appropriately. You don't need to be leaned up against it and stuff.
So can we talk a bit about you? You see a lot of your dad and your granddad, do you? Yeah, I don't know. Is it just what they say or how they do things? What's your dad and his dad like?
Men.
Okay, well, would masculine be an okay word to use?
You used it.
When I hear the word masculine, I think they can mend things.
Okay, so they were trying to get at the masculine manosphere, red pill shit, and she's trying to get him to get into that, right? But he's smart too, because he said you used it. It's not like he's going to be the first one to throw it out there.
When I hear the word masculine, I think they can mend things. They like to make things. They like sports. They like going to the pub.
Yeah, not the pub, but yeah.
Your dad doesn't go to the pub.
No, not really. Not as much as my pop.
You're not going to let me forget that, are you?
No.
So your granddad's more of a pub man, is he?
I don't know. He's not around that much anymore.
How much?
Every other Sunday, maybe. Sometimes in the week when Mum and Dad are both working, but that's more granny. A bit more in the holidays. We went Tenerife in them once.
On holiday?
No, banana picking. Obviously it was on holiday.
Okay. I don't think I've ever heard anyone use banana picking in a I suppose the other thing I think about when I hear the word masculine would be the way that masculine...
This all started because I said you sounded like a granny.
What?
This all started because I said you sounded like a granny. Now you're just going on about masculine stuff.
Yes.
He's really aware.
First time you came, you had actual questions. Is this right, Jamie? Do you know whether this is wrong, Jamie? Now you're just chatting shit.
I hope I'm not.
Well, you are, because the first time you're all, if an adult guinea pig eats one of its kids, is that normal or weird? Now you're, what do you call bread?
Come on.
It just feels like a trick.
Trick? Trick into what?
She's trying to get you to talk about something.
All right.
And he's aware.
Okay, I know.
Just talking about him. There isn't a need.
Fine. If that's how you feel, but I'm not trying to trick you.
I don't know if I was that aware at 13. Like, if somebody's trying to give me, I mean, it's probably obvious to him as well too, especially everything he's been through, and we've been told he's a bright kid as well too. So he knows why he's there. He knows what he's accused of. I don't know if he's still accused or if they've confirmed, you know, that he did it. But just to be to sniff out what's going on, not that what she's doing is a bad thing. She's just trying to do her job and to get him to speak about what he thinks masculinity and all that type of stuff is. Really gets prickly when he thinks about it. And I think the thing I forgot to talk about was something. He was grossed out by something earlier. It feels like a contradiction to be able for him to be such a, if he did do those things, such a violent dude, also fighting and stuff, but to be squeamish of, you know, needles and blood, and now he's really picky about certain foods and stuff like that. Like, they're doing a good job of making it where he's still a kid, but there's this other side to him. Even with the dialogue here, right? He has this quick banter, quick comebacks with her, and he's able to hold a conversation with her, but still he comes off sometimes as a kid. But there's this other side where he hits his switch and he's like, hey, what are you trying to get me to talk about? My family is good, this and this and that. Like, he's very layered.
Saying this, I've been employed by your team, but I don't work for you.
What did he tell them?
I'm writing an independent, that's a very important word,
what did he say to
okay? An independent pre-sentence offence report, which the judge will read in order to get an understanding of you and your understanding of the charges, okay? All I want to do is talk to you, Jamie, and have you talk to me.
Even his mannerisms lets you know that his body language lets you know that he's closed off. Nice touch, dude.
Well, I wanted to talk about the fight you had.
Oh, that was nothing.
I was interested why you got in a fight.
He hit me first.
Why?
Because we've had beef over stuff. It doesn't matter, it wasn't a proper fight.
You're telling me it's not that interesting?
It's not.
Okay, let's move on.
Well, I'm in charge now, am I?
Maybe. I also wrote down that I wanted to talk to you about what being a man feels like.
You want a cock and balls, do you?
Dude.
I'm interested in what being a man feels like for you.
I don't know.
It's too big a question, right? And the fight's too small a question. Which is why it's more useful for me to see where the conversation goes and steer it a bit into what you think of your dad and your granddad, for instance. the type of men you think they are, rather than saying, so, Jamie, what do you think being a man feels like?
She knows he's smart enough.
So, Jamie, what do you think being a man feels like?
It's not a trick. It's just a conversation. So do you think it would be okay if we speak about your dad a bit?
Can I just see your notes? What you wrote, how you wrote it?
Nope. You're not that in charge. Does your dad like his job?
Fixes toilets. What do you think? He works hard, long hours. You get the best money for emergency plumbing out of hours, you know.
Is he funny?
Sometimes.
Loving?
No, that's weird.
Angry?
Suppose.
How angry does he get?
He was loving.
He's never hit me.
Okay, go on.
Go on, what? Is that what this is all about?
Well, why do you call him angry?
He just gets mad. We all do.
Okay, that's okay. He's just angry in a normal way.
He's pulled the shed down once when he was in a proper rage, but that's as bad as it gets.
Were you frightened?
No, I thought it was quite funny at the time. Lisa did too, then Mum sent us upstairs. He's not like that most of the time. Hardly ever.
What does he do when he's not working?
It just feels like you're testing him.
No, I'm just interested in your view of him. He's a big presence in your life. He was your appropriate adult.
Yeah, because he doesn't judge. He's a kind person.
That's good to know. So what does he do when he's not working?
He basically likes all sport. My mum always said if you watch lawn bowls, he'd make it fun.
Would you watch lawn bowls with him?
No, it's not for me.
You're not into sport?
No.
None of it?
Yeah, I'm not good at much, but I'm really good at getting out of PE.
How'd you do that then?
Oh, headaches, hurt my leg, funny tummy. Oh, sir, I feel dizzy, can I sit down? That sort of thing.
What does your dad make of that?
Doesn't know.
He didn't. He doesn't know.
So you're a good liar.
He knew I wasn't.
Which is a big thing in school, if that's what we're going to get into. If you're a kid who's not doing sports and stuff like that, sometimes you can end up with people trying to pick on you. It's hard for me, the whole, a lot of the bully aspect, because just where I grew up, we used to bully bullies. Like, if you were making fun of kids and stuff, like, we would actually f at you for with other people. Like, if you were laughing at people and stuff, I thought it was funny to talk shit. I'd talk shit to you. Anyways, it's not about me, right?
Cheer me on and everything, but
No, it's no good.
But when I'd f up, he'd just look away.
Pretend he didn't see.
Maybe, or
Maybe it hurt him.
maybe he just didn't want me to see him looking sorry.
Sorry.
I don't know. Ashamed.
Is it the thumbnail for Adolescence, something like that? It's like him scratching or something, and then his dad is like, you can't, it's a silhouette of him, and it looks like he's looking off to him. So if they're like referencing that, that's clean as shit too. But that's also, you know, I mean, it's a really self-aware kid. I'm sure a lot of kids may feel that, but to articulate it at such a young age, it's complex feelings and stuff like that. So I guess eventually, her name is Katie. We're going to get into Katie. But it seems like he's talking about how he may not have fit the typical but junior high-ish, high school-ish prototype mold that most guys are trying to fit into. So maybe he felt a little embarrassed or something like that.
How did you feel when you saw that? Shame?
You're supposed to say he wasn't.
Am I?
Yeah. He's supposed to say, oh, but he wasn't ashamed. But he just thought that, Jamie. Oh, but is that what you really think? He wouldn't be ashamed, not of his kid.
Have other people said that to you?
It's just the right thing to say.
Isn't it lying?
No. I don't know, I don't like lying.
Dude's smart. He is that. He's really smart.
Most people think they're bad at everything.
But most people are.
Does your sister feel like that?
No. Lisa's clever.
Your dad?
I don't know. My mum does, though.
Your mum thinks she's bad at everything.
She can cook or roast, but... I mean, you'd have to ask her. Have you met them yet?
Your family?
Yeah.
I've spoken to your dad on the phone.
Yeah?
Yes, it's part of my assessment.
How is he?
He's okay. Sad you're here. I can't say more than that.
Damn. So he hasn't really had any contact with his family?
Well, it's wrong that I'm in here. Can I ask you a question?
Of course you can.
Can you get me out of this place?
I'm afraid I'm of no use to you there.
Why couldn't they put me in a proper prison?
A better facility wasn't available.
Or putting me in a madhouse?
It's a secure training centre.
Training? Well, what are they training us for? The other boys just scream all the time.
Been explained
and they rock backwards and forwards and they shout at coronation street. All the way from Clarke.
15 up.
One kid goes nuts every time he sees Steve McDonald. He's mad in here, you don't understand.
This was the best place for you to be.
Ryan gets to stay at home until his trial.
Ryan isn't accused of such a serious crime.
Accused. It's all accused. If I did it, if I hurt her, then I get it, but I didn't, so...
I understand it, Jamie, and this wasn't my decision. This
am I
was the
getting
best
moved for the
place for you
trial?
to be. Nothing has been decided yet.
Do you know where it's going to be? London or somewhere local?
You need to sit down, Jamie. If you don't sit down...
Does that mean you don't know Does that mean you don't know what you just won't tell me?
Nothing's been decided yet. You need to sit down.
I don't want to sit down.
If you don't sit down, I have to stop this discussion.
Maybe I want you to.
Do you?
There's a real complex thing going on with the kid. Like, he can be a kid, right? But some of those emotions aren't developed enough, but something has put into him this sense of, like, there's this hidden, like, monster that comes out of him. I don't know what it came from yet. I'm sure we'll get to know. But when he gets there, he feels like he's this maybe big, bad, invincible ass dude where he's like trying to stand up and look down to her and make her feel like he's in control and stuff like that. And obviously, you know, we have some of the context clues of masculinity and what's being a man like and stuff like that. So where is he getting this stuff from? And a lot of it, I think, also plays into the social media aspect, because he said something earlier that was intriguing, but I can't quite remember it right now. Oh, he was saying that he thinks a lot of people don't think of themselves as able to do anything. And I'm thinking, where would he be exposed to so many people that would be maybe honest about their opinion, their thoughts? Usually in school and stuff, like, you have your friends and stuff like that, but you're kind of shooting the shit. Only ever so often do you get really transparent with your thoughts. But on social media, people can say anything and you can just have to take it as, oh, that might be what they truly think or what they feel. So a young kid, young mind, they said he was having going back and forth, getting bullied and stuff with this girl, right? So if he's seen all that information flood him, his young impressionable brain taking all that stuff in, he might be thinking like people are really, truly, these are their real thoughts and stuff like that. And it might be at that point in time, but like, the internet gives you free reign to say whatever you want, dude. Yeah, I can't imagine the impact a lot of that stuff has on the youth today. Obviously, I mean, we are affected by stuff as well too, but it is just, like I said in episode 2, it's just accelerated like on 1,000 now.
You do not tell me when to sit down. Yeah. You do not control what I... Look at me now. Yeah. You do not control what I do in my life. Get that in that little head of yours.
Look at me, look up, position of power, belittling words, stuff like that. And she's in the moment with him too. Her acting is amazing right here. Just that face. He's going off. So yeah, dude's complex. Character is super complex. So I guess they're trying to see maybe if his mom, like, trying to find out about his life. Like, where are you seeing this at? Was it at home? I think because of the manosphere stuff they're talking about, probably a lot of this personality that he's taken on may have been from online. Oh, sorry, I'm pausing again. And this is his first acting role?
Jimmy.
I shouted. I'm sorry.
Do you want him to take it out for a bit?
I'll get a cup of tea, though, if that's okay.
Can I have another hot chocolate, please? Sure. Well, you don't have to. Sure.
Ah! Okay, yeah, take a break, girl.
I mean, what is it you're looking for? Is it...
Looking for you to back up. That's what I'm looking for.
People hide. I know I don't need to tell you this, but they hide so much.
Yeah, you too.
Maybe they tell the truth with their bodies. Faces.
Yes, maybe.
Would you be more comfortable with me staying inside?
No, I wouldn't like that at all. Right, Jamie. I'm not a police officer. I'm not here to elicit a confession. I'm just here to understand. I know you think I'm trying to trick you.
I said that ages ago.
I am just here to get an understanding of your understanding.
And I understand that you need to have an understanding of my understanding. Go on. I'll be better now.
Okay,
It's back to the kid.
well, I suppose the other thing I think of in relation to the word masculinity would be how masculine men feel about women.
We're back on that, are we?
Yes, is that okay?
Yeah. You need to have an understanding of my understanding of women.
I forgot your hot chocolate.
Oh, it's fine.
I'll get it.
No, just sit down, please. It's fine. I don't deserve it. I shouted.
True.
Ask you questions about men, women, whatever.
Well, you must have views on men and women. How did your dad treat your mum?
Are you trying to get at my dad again?
No, not get at him.
Dad's actually nice to Mum.
You did say he tore down a shed.
Yeah, he just gets angry with himself, but he's never hit her.
Does he speak to other women?
What?
Is he friendly with other women?
Oh, no. He loves my mum.
No, I'm asking whether any of his friends are women.
No. His mates are his mates.
And they're men.
Is that wrong? What does that mean?
No, that's not wrong.
I thought we'd done talking about my dad.
Jamie, I'm just trying to
I
understand.
understand. I know, but none of this has nothing to do with him.
Okay, that's fine. Do you have any mates who are women?
No.
Like your dad, your mates are male?
Yeah, the other shrink asks more normal questions, you know that.
I'm
You wanna know
sorry.
what he asks?
I can't know.
I'm just saying.
I can't know, Jamie. My conclusions have to be independent.
Right, okay, I won't say anything.
What do you think about women?
I like them.
But you're not, like you say, particularly friends with them.
I'm not a twat, though.
Are you attracted to women?
Yeah, I'm not gay.
We've established you don't have a girlfriend.
Yeah?
But I don't think I asked before, would you like a girlfriend?
Yeah, who doesn't?
If you had a girlfriend, what would you do with her?
What does that mean?
Well, would you take her out? If you did, where would you take her?
The cinema.
To see what kind of film?
A horror.
15 certificate.
Yeah, they're pretty slack, you can get in.
And after the cinema, would you take her for a walk, take her straight home?
No. Not straight home.
Would you want to kiss her?
Are you allowed to ask these questions?
Well, you don't discuss this in PSHE. What do you think is the normal amount someone your age would do sexually with a girl or boy?
I told you I'm not gay.
I wasn't suggesting that you were.
You really want me to answer?
Yes, if you can.
No. Touching, kissing,
Well, what do you mean by touching?
touching her bits.
Her chest?
Yeah,
Her backside?
yeah.
Her vulva? Her vagina?
I don't know, maybe.
Probably not.
Maybe. Are you sure you're allowed to ask these questions?
So, you think it's normal for a 13-year-old heterosexual boy to have engaged in touching of a girl's chest and her backside? Above or below clothes?
Hello. Maybe. Above. Mostly. I've actually done all that. Kissing and touching.
Okay.
I've had 2 girls show me the tits, chest,
It's okay, you don't have to use my language.
and I touched them, so...
Okay.
One of them touched my knob through my trousers.
Okay.
Yeah, these
I
young
think
kids.
she liked it.
And you liked it?
Of course. Not really.
That was a problem whenever we were now, because texting just started. I'm old. Texting just started being like a real big thing. I think when I was maybe like in 7th, 8th grade. For our school, that really made like teenage pregnancy go up like crazy because you had access to a phone, and as a kid now you're going through puberty, any dirty thought that you want, you can just send it to some. Yeah, dude. Imagine all the stuff they can say to each other. Don't imagine it, but you know what I mean.
You weren't touched on your trousers.
No, I wasn't.
I ain't lie.
And did 2 girls go topless with you?
No. I've seen photos though.
You seen photos?
No. Not porn. Everyone sees porn. Just these 2 girls in my year that I knew. No.
You saw photos of 2 girls in your year topless?
Yeah.
Would they be happy you saw those photos?
Everyone else did.
Was Katie one of those 2 girls?
What? How do you know that?
How did it feel to see that
No,
picture?
how would you guess that?
I didn't guess it. I asked it, and now I'd like to know what it felt like to see her like that.
What, you're asking whether I got a hard on?
I'm asking how it felt.
I liked it. Are we allowed to talk like this?
How does it make you feel looking at naked pictures of people?
How do you think?
In particular, how does it make you feel looking at naked pictures of people you know?
I don't know, good.
Powerful? Do you feel like it gives you a power?
No. It's just weird.
Were you attracted to Katie?
She wasn't my type.
So you weren't?
She was quite, no offense, quite flat, you know.
Dude.
Right?
Well, everyone else said it. Who saw it? That's not just me. The picture got passed around the school. Snapchat, you know. It was just her. Top half. Not anything else. She sent it to Fidget and then he sent it on.
Why did she send it to Fidget?
Maybe they were
I
dating.
don't know, she fancied him.
So she was trying to attract him.
I think he asked her. He's not gonna get any more pictures though, is he?
Whoa.
She's dead.
No, I didn't mean from her. I meant from other girls. No one will send him any of her pictures because he wasn't careful with the one he got. The twat.
So you think he should have collected more pictures from more girls before he shared them with other boys?
Yeah, I don't know.
To me, that these young kids, like, you think like it's happening all the time everywhere, dude. It's even an issue in the military, and we're fucking adults. You can imagine kids that have no restraint, that are trying to, you know, going through puberty and exploring their bodies and thinking they like somebody and stuff like that. Telling y'all, the way social media is, the way these things can explode, the acceleration that's happening. Like you said, everybody at the school seen it. Everybody knows what she looks like from the top half up. It's insane to think about. I can't imagine having kids, right? Man, if I have a kid, like, giving you a phone is like, I don't know.
Do you think girls are attracted to you?
No. Of course not.
Why, of course not.
Yeah, well, of course not.
Because I'm ugly.
Now, who's reinforced that for you?
How does that make you feel?
Aren't you supposed to say I'm not ugly?
What I think
I knew
isn't
you were gonna say that.
important.
Yeah, you don't say the things normal people say, do you?
Well, how would you feel if I did say you're not ugly?
I just don't know why you don't say the things normal people say.
You thought I should have contradicted you when you said your dad was ashamed of you, and you think I should contradict you now when you tell me you think yourself ugly?
I don't know.
I'm interested in the fact that you think you're ugly, Jamie.
One could say if he's able to guess and assume what you're gonna say to a certain thing, the way he's answering the question could be a manipulation of that itself. Like whenever he was telling him he didn't do anything or whatever, and playing into his dad with his soft emotions and stuff like that. Even he was saying what he did earlier, oh, I can get out of this, because if he's that self-aware and he knows your response should be that, he might be doing that. He might be fudging his answers, switching things up, because he knows what the normal response should be to certain things.
So how do you feel about being ugly?
Flame.
How would you feel?
Sorry.
You don't know. You're not. You're pretty.
This isn't about me, Jamie.
What, you don't think you're pretty?
I'm not the interesting person in this room.
You don't think you're pretty? You do think I'm ugly?
I haven't passed judgment on either of those things. If you think about it, for very good reason.
Oh, for very good reason.
I want to understand you.
To understand my understanding of my understanding of my understanding.
Yes?
The other bloke is much more easy.
Okay.
Him checking whether I understand was much easier.
They need
Whether I
to
understand
understand.
what I did. No, I didn't f***ing say that. You f***ing putting words in my mouth. It's like a f***ing trap.
And when he gets overwhelmed or when he feels like he's being pushed against a wall, he explodes. The kid in him mixed with this, whatever he thinks he is, explodes into rage.
You!
Jamie!
Yeah.
What was that? Hey? What the f*** was that? Signal away like a f***ing queen, yeah?
I need you to sit down.
Yeah, dude, back the f*** up. Trying to... What the f*** is up with this kid? I mean, I know what's up with him. Like, he's trying to give off dominance, especially even when he feels cornered. He knows that, obviously, he is not able to... He feels like she's being able to box him in and get deep into his real, like, answers his real psyche, what he really thinks. And his way out of that is to be dramatic, get over the top, get in her face, belittle her, try to... It's juvenile in a way, too. He needs to flinch at her and do all these extra little things. Like, he's very complex, but once you understand it, you see it, it's easy. She gets it, she knows, but still he's unpredictable in this moment.
Are you going to sit down?
Yeah, he's in the right spot. He needs to be an award.
Are you going?
Would you like me to?
It's not to me, is it?
If you want me to go, Jamie, I can go.
Yeah, she understands what's going on. That's not what he wants, but he wants to feel like he's in control too. So she's gonna have him admit that he wants her to stay, basically.
You
Just by
said
talking.
in one of our previous sessions that you had friends, Tommy and Ryan, but that you wouldn't consider yourself popular.
People like you just love talking about bullying, don't
You
you?
said Tommy was called Round Pounds because his mum did her shopping at Poundland.
Yeah, but she doesn't.
And Ryan
Really
was called
specific.
Dumb.
Ryan is dumb.
Damn.
That one was sort of true.
You said the three of you felt ostracised quite
Well,
a
big
lot.
words coming out now.
You said sometimes this would get physical. People would spit on you from classroom windows. You'd be tripped up and pushed.
Yeah.
You were called names and you were physically abused.
No, I was just tripped up and spat on.
My question, Jamie, is why do you have an Instagram account?
Here we go.
I need one
Why?
to look at other people's accounts.
No, you don't.
You can't if you haven't got one.
Right. And you follow lots of women on Instagram, models.
Yeah.
You don't need to put photos up, though. Why do you put photos up of yourself, I mean?
I don't know. Am I not allowed?
Yeah. Is it to prove those bullies wrong by showing the fun you have with
What?
Tommy and Ryan?
No.
To show the fun you have with your family?
There's no way I'm putting anything up of them. Seen anything like that, it's because my sister tagged me.
Because you think someone might like one of your photos. You might get into a conversation, make a new friend, meet a girl.
What? No. What you on about?
KT commented on your photos on a number of different occasions.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
He has. I'm allowed to ask about intimacies, Jamie. But if this
Yeah.
makes you uncomfortable or you have any questions, there are people in this facility that can help you, okay? KT wrote this on your Facebook feed.
Facebook.
Instagram.
Are you all right? You look a bit red. Did I scare you when I shouted?
She wrote this on your
I mean, I'm only
Instagram.
13.
He's trying to.
I don't think I look that scary.
He's trying
Could you
to.
tell me what these emojis
Oh,
mean?
how embarrassing is that? Getting scared of a 13-year-old. Wow.
She told him, if you're uncomfortable, you can say that at any time. He is uncomfortable, but because he has this sense of, let's go with masculinity, he can't admit to that. But what he can do is what he knows, even if it is this very juvenile response. He has to try and push back against her with all he knows, which is to be combative and try to give off this imposing like a fear or something like that. Like at the end of the day, we're animals, so like it gets to like his basic function of what he understands as like protecting his ground. Like he's trying to puff up his chest and do all this shit. Like, bro, sorry, I don't mean to laugh at him. The acting is great, the dialogue is great, and the way they have the character written is amazing. The way he's portraying it is great. So he's trying to get into her head, but even her mannerisms, her body positioning, her getting close, being not intimate with him, but in a closer, intimate space with him, and keeping herself level, it makes it hard for that person they want to keep pushing and keep pushing. But if you don't feed into it, that's when you get the outbursts and the rage and the throwing and all that stuff and any type of other distractions he can make and conjure up to stay away from what the truth is.
She's pretending like I'm part of one of those truth groups.
What truth groups?
Yeah, enlighten me.
Ones that say that women don't want us, we don't care.
Are you part of those?
No.
But you know what they say.
Yeah, because everyone kept on going on about it. Incel stuff, so I had a look, but I didn't like it.
And was you being an incel what she was saying with all of these?
Yeah.
Could you explain them all?
That's gonna hurt him. He's probably gonna push back at her again.
A red pill exploding. That's the same as the red pill. And then that's an 80-20 thing.
What's an 80-20 thing?
Where 80% of women are attracted to 20% of men. I do think they're right about that, though.
It's sad. Y'all are
People like
kids,
her
man.
Comments quite a lot.
Yeah, they thought it was funny.
You must have found that quite cruel.
I suppose.
Did she do this to anyone else?
No.
Why did she do it to you?
Because I'm ugly.
You think that's why she did it to you?
Well,
That's what people
I'm the
told her.
ugliest, I suppose, so...
Did you ever call her on it?
Yeah.
What did you say?
I don't know. I'm not what you say I am, or...
And what did she say?
She laughed.
She just smiled and said, okay, and walked away.
Anyone what she was doing?
It's a bit like that now, isn't it?
That just must have hurt.
I didn't kill her. You think it is because she's in a video. You can't trust videos anymore. It's all fake news.
I'm not here to judge.
I didn't kill her. She was a bitch. Even you can see that. I should have killed her, but I didn't. I just... all I did...
But stab her?
All I did was... Look at you.
There he
All
is.
hopeful, like when I say something important. All I did... I did ask her out after the photo.
He is very aware, dude, and they're making sure that we know that he's aware of that shit. And then he's like toying with her and shit, or trying to toy with her. This dude's acting is phenomenal. Whoever's directing him to do it this way and go about it this way is top notch too.
I went round and said I was sorry that they'd done that to her, showing everyone her tits, her chest, and I wanted to know if she'd come to the fair with me. You know, I just thought she might be weak at all that. I just thought she might be weak, so... Because everyone was calling her a slag, you know, or flat or whatever, so I thought when she was like that weak, she might like me.
That's real, but that's sad.
It's clever, don't you think?
To ask her out when everyone else didn't like her.
Look how his brain
I went
thinks.
round and said I was sorry and everything. That fidget was a wanker. And I said I took her to the fair she liked.
Her weakness made her more gettable, was your theory.
Yeah.
I thought you said you didn't like her.
She just laughed and said, oh, I'm not that desperate.
And the emoji messages came after that.
Yeah.
She was, let's say, attacking you for presuming you could ask her out.
It's your words.
You think they're unfair?
You think she's a bitch, right? Doing all that. You think she's a bullying bitch.
He's trying to justify his own thoughts.
A bullying bitch, right?
Right, there you
That
go.
was the thing. You see, that night, I didn't touch her. I could have touched her, but I didn't. I had a knife. She was scared, but I didn't do that. I could have touched any part of her body I wanted to. I really wanted to, but I didn't. Most boys would have touched her.
He's justifying what he did.
So that makes me better. Don't you think?
She don't even know what to say at this point, right? Then he goes for the sandwich all nonchalant after he just said that. It doesn't make you better, Jamie. Or whatever type of conclusion you're trying to come to. It's not, it doesn't justify what you did.
I didn't mean any of that. I'm just tired. I'm talking too much. I'm tired. I'm so tired. I didn't kill her.
Jamie, do you understand what death is?
What?
Do you understand what death is?
Yeah.
Do you understand that Katie's gone and she can't come back?
I didn't do it.
That whatever claims you make as to her character,
I didn't mean she
whatever
was a bitch.
claims you make about her, she's gone.
Even if she was a bitch or whatever.
That
you're
whoever
trying to set
did
him up.
kill her, they extinguished the possibility of her future life.
I didn't mean to be mean about her.
Jamie,
she just didn't like me.
Listen, do you understand?
Yeah, I'm not dumb.
Do you understand that murder is a crime?
Yeah.
Do you understand that if you're found guilty of that crime, you'll be held in detention?
Who doesn't know
Do you
that?
understand, Jamie, this is our last session.
What?
But what I would encourage you
No,
to
why?
do, whatever happens next, is take advantage of any mental health services that are
No,
offered to you.
why?
I think you'll benefit from
No,
thinking
no,
more
I
about-
won't.
Well, that's just what I think.
And then you come back. You see me?
Unfortunately, I'm needed elsewhere.
What? It's just like fucking done, is it?
I hope
All
you
of
take
it.
what I said seriously. Thanks for your time. I'll ask Frank to come back in now.
Frank's my time.
Frank, and honesty, I'm grateful that
You think I'm being honest? Are you gonna tell the judge all that?
I think you've spoken to me with honesty, yes, but all I'm advising the judge on is your
My
understanding.
understanding, yes. So it doesn't seem like a proper goodbye.
It is.
It doesn't seem like one.
Yeah, that's enough. Come on.
No, we haven't finished.
We have, thank you.
No,
Frank.
no. Can I ask you something?
Yes.
And he's got some attachment to her as well, too.
Do you like me?
See, yeah. He's got some... Even in this moment, like desperate for some type of validation from a woman. Well, probably just from anybody because of how he's been. I'm not justifying anything that he's accused of doing, from how he's been treated and the bullying, and I'm sure like it can get out of control online from all that. So anybody you speak to, even after he's done all this, he's still trying to see if this person can have a connection to him. And when they don't offer that up to him, which is maybe something that happened with that girl, you see he explodes back into this beast, right? So, I mean, we've seen the video. So obviously, whatever that girl said to him, Katie, he probably, come on.
What did you think about me then?
Okay.
Just tell him I got him all right! Tell him I got him okay! Tell him I'm okay, please!
Yeah. And she was rattled earlier with him. It's a tough job. It is a tough job. There's plenty of things she could be sad for in this moment. Jamie, Katie, what the world has done to these. Obviously, you make your own decisions, but seems like she's disgusted by him, and I think that's what her reaching for the bread was. She's disgusted by him. I could be reading that wrong, but that's what it seemed to be. Another 10 out of 10. To show it. Sorry, I don't know why I'm laughing. Very intimate, close episode. It wasn't, I don't want to say calmer, because we had these peaks and valleys with the character of Jamie and his complexities that we've seen. Completely different depiction of what we got in episode 1, right? But it was like episode 1, but accelerated back and forth and back and forth. So at the beginning of episode 1, we see him as maybe this innocent, childish kid, right? He's scared of needles, like what? And at the end, you get the beast. This episode is bouncing back and forth between he's the kid, no, he's the monster, he's the kid, and he's the monster. Let's pull back some of these layers. What caused these triggers? What's making this happen? How does his mind truly work, and what makes that come out of him? As we dive deeper and deeper into his story, things that motivated him in this, possibly, and his relationship with not only this girl but friends, his family, social media. They dive into a bunch of different aspects here. So I really enjoyed the episode. I feel like I talked probably about it enough during the episode. It just makes me think about the kids out there today. Like, dude, y'all got a lot to deal with. Shout out to the young boy playing the kid, because he's made you feel the way the psychologist feels, almost like a disgust with him. The way he was coming at her, trying to belittle her, and trying to put his physically, trying to impose himself on her physically, tower over her, try to make her feel down, trying to flinch and do stuff to her, but then also having this kiddish, juvenile, I don't want to say flair, I'm talking about the acting, flair to it, right? This, after you flinch at you, then I'll chuckle and laugh and act like it's still kid. It's still, honestly, it's top-notch acting. It's top-notch acting. The dude is, he's fucking fantastic. I like the psychologist in her role too. The security guard, I don't know if I'm reading that wrong, but homie felt like a creep. I feel like his character is supposed to be a nod to the creepy dude trying to get close to somebody and trying to get little signals going and stuff like that. Like, yo, bro, just back up. I'm here to do my job. Be professional while we're here. This ain't my leisure time. That's what I read off of that. I could be wrong. Shout out to my patrons. I appreciate and love each and every one of y'all. Good Will Hunting should be out for y'all as well too. The show is great. I don't think there's anything else to say about this one. Fill up the comment section. Fill up the Patreon comment section. We can discuss. We can talk about it. If there's something y'all think I'm reading wrong or something, man, feel free to enlighten me or whatever. I'll see you on the next one. Appreciate y'all. That's it. We're done.